and welcome to Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, episode 101. My name is Meg, and I will be your host. You're joining me here in I can't really decide what weather it wants to be. It's like chilly in the morning, so you kind of want a sweater, and then you step outside and you're desperate for shorts and a tank top, and then you get home and the sun sets and it's freezing again. So it's that great time of year when you have no idea what's going on, the pollen is crazy, and everyone is sneezing. Yeah, it's about where we are. Massively excitingly, it is the 26th of April, and I am going to be going into last week's episode, pulling names for prizes, and I will be messaging you underneath your comments saying winner, and just for myself, I'll number 1 through, I'm hoping to do 8 polls, at least maybe 10, and then again you have your choice of pattern from my shop. If you want to do a pay it forward, I will gift it to somebody else. If you want to wait for something that I'm coming out with later, you are more than welcome to do so. If you want to use it as a credit type of thing, all good. Or yeah, I was thinking maybe I could turn the cost of the pattern into a discount in the shop if anyone would be interested. Today is the day that I will be putting the shop on vacation for 2 weeks. I am moving in 2 weeks, and I will be, it's actually like 13 days till we sign the papers. It's insane. But we're so excited, and everything still looks very much as it normally does. But this coming week, I have to start gutting things like the shelves and everything that I'm not using right now, or yarn that I won't be using. So I'm gonna create like 2 emergency bins, so to speak. I'll have like 6-7 projects that I clearly won't get done, all of them in 2 weeks. But I'm gonna try. Excuse me. My throat is not waking up today. I had some puppy snuggles earlier, and maybe her pollen. You know what? That's it. I'm gonna bathe the dog. She hasn't had she's been clean, but she hasn't had a bubble bath because she hasn't gotten dirty. But I bet the pollen is getting her, which is getting us. So I'm gonna bathe the dog. That's what I'm gonna do. So yes, it is episode 101. Thank you so much if you are a returning viewer for coming back all the time. And if you are a new viewer, welcome to the crazy. It's pretty much like this all the time. And I hope you find something here that you like. I am drinking Bones Coffee Company in my West Virginia mug. Thinking of my friend Molly, who's from West Virginia. A couple other friends too. And yeah, I am just... maybe the girls are in West Virginia. Anyway, so I'm drinking out of my West Virginia mug and sniffling my little way through this podcast. I am just feeling those allergies hard. Not a fan. But yes, I'm drinking the coffee. It is Cookies and Dreams, which is supposed to be like a cookie and cream type of flavoring. It's very smooth. I wouldn't say it tastes like Oreos, but possibly more like the filling of an Oreo, the cream part of it, I would say that would be accurate. But yes, it's quite delicious. So if you're still looking for things, I believe I just saw a coupon code. If you go and place an order, I saved it. I'll have to put it down at the bottom, but I want to say it was something along the lines of like Bones Coffee 20. Yeah, something like that. And you get like 20% off your first order. And it was just, I like sharing coffee. So, yeah. I keep taking big swigs of coffee thinking it's going to fix it, but the cream is doing nothing to clear up my sinuses. What I needed was a hot cup of tea, right? Hot cup of tea. I am hosting a knit along right now for my Hogwarts A History pattern. I have loved seeing everyone choosing colors, talking about charts, talking about their pattern things. Please continue to participate in there. Again, I will be pulling prizes at the end of the knit along, which ends at the end of July, when the second knit along will start. It will be the Halloween sweater, which is to be released on Harry's birthday, the 31st of July. Am I right? Or is that when the knit along ends? And then August, we're going to start Halloween. I think that's it. And then the very beginning of November, I will be hosting a Christmas one with all to be released additional patterns. I am going to work up the charts that I did last year. I know a lot of people really enjoyed those. So I'm going to be making a specific yoke that follows along with exactly what I did, but then I am also going to be working through and seeing if I can't make some new designs to add in, because I like choices. I like people being able to add their own touch to things, and it doesn't always have to be exactly what I did. But yes, so if you want to participate in that knit along, please click right down below, and you can just follow the links right down there. Yeah. So moving right along into finished objects, very excitingly, I am wearing one. I was wearing my Luna top, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole sweater nobody's seen, because I keep thinking I podcasted last week, but I didn't. I was in Philly for Easter, so I didn't podcast. So you haven't seen me in, golly, a while. But yes, I am wearing the Soldotna crop top, and I am going to stand, I guess, or try to here. Yeah, that works. So I am wearing the Soldotna. It is knit out of all scrap yarn. This one is Bellatrix, and everything else, I think this was an old Madeline Tosh, and these two are Malabrigo, and it's all just stuff I had in my stash. But this one's mine, this one's Bellatrix. Deep Dark Bellatrix, which I wish I had more of. I had to switch to Venetian at the end to finish it to the length I wanted. I mean, I wonder if if it was that short. I guess it wouldn't have been that bad. But I wanted it a little bit more, because my belly button is right about here, so it's just above. So it sits in the little space when I wear dresses. It sits where my natural high waist is. I am really enjoying the colors that I had chosen from it. The salmon, kind of like an antler. Just keep getting closer. Kind of like an antler. The Bellatrix is at the top. And then Venetian has been worked through as well. Bellatrix and the salmon color, the peach color, so pretty. And then I got completely lost and went in the wrong direction and then just stopped. I was so tapped out with color work at that point. My brain, I'm on my pants. I was so tapped out with color work at that point, I just couldn't do anymore. And I admitted defeat and just stopped. I had done the bit that I wanted to, which was this. That's what I was really interested in doing. And I did enjoy it as much as I thought I would. But it was really fun. It really was. I was inspired specifically by Tristan, Dragon Horde Yarn, hers, and Pluto and Kumsquat. It's another, I'll try to put the name in. But I was really inspired by hers. It's blue and gold and green, and I have a couple colors in here that I might be able to work it with. Maybe. But this has been nice. Okay, pros and cons. Pros, it's really pretty. Like, this bit is cool. It's fun. I thought I was making mistakes. Let me see if I can just tilt this way. I thought I was making mistakes when I was getting these little blips here, but I noticed other people have them too in their yokes. So maybe not just me. And I definitely messed up here where they were supposed to go all the way up and I had the wrong count. I don't know where I messed up. I just plowed through. So I tried to line up everything possible, and then where it didn't line up, it didn't line up. Left it at that. The neck sits up really high. I did the short rows as requested, and I don't think I needed them. I also didn't put the sleeves in the right spot, so a little bit more of this, more on one side than the other. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's not perfect, but it is cute and I don't mind. I actually didn't notice it until I'm looking at myself in the camera where it's thicker over here. Such an idiot. Oh well. Anyway, it's been blocked, so it does sit pretty flat, and I have been wearing it over tank tops, so I've got like the thinnest straps under here. Tank tops and dresses. I think I like it best over dresses, but I don't have many plain dresses. My thing with dresses is the kookier the better, so I have astronauts and sea creatures and magic spells. Like, I don't have a nice normal wardrobe because I was a teacher and I decided it would be fun because I taught pre-K, you know, like I would wear stuff that would go with their, like they were doing dinosaurs, I've got dinosaurs. So yeah, just life. Oh, now that I noticed it, I'm really mad about it. Oh, I wish I could unsee things. I hadn't noticed that until right now. Anyway, yeah, and then I got really confused. I couldn't see where the pattern was going. Again, it's dark on dark, so it didn't look that bad to just stop. If it had not been dark on dark, perhaps I could have understood. I couldn't picture where the next row was going. I was having the worst time with those. It was not intuitive at all for me after this. I just got so lost and I quit. I was mad at it. I didn't want to do it. But it is comfy. Also, super con, back of my arms are freezing. I'm warm here and freezing here. So it's just like, I'm very frustrated. I feel like I need to wear a sweater with my sweater. Like, I don't like having the back of my arms exposed because I'm cold. Who makes sweaters like this? I do, apparently. And then when it's hot enough, you know, for me not to be cold, I'm not going to wear this because it's too hot for it. It's a DK weight sweater. So there's your pros and cons. I was reaching for it a lot when I first finished it just because, you know, it's new, it's nice and everything. But in retrospect, it doesn't go with a lot of the way I wear wardrobes. I bought this black flowy top to go with, and it does look pretty cute with my orange pants, so it might stay for a little longer, and then I will figure out what to do then. Now I'm just really mad about that. Real mad. I guess I could rip the neck out if it bugs me enough. I guess I could. Maybe. On much happier notes, I have finished a pair of socks. 2. So this is Holly Press Fibers in the So Much to Celebrate colorway. I'm using Knit Picks Mint to go with it, and I think it went really, really well. A lavender would have been very pretty too. I just didn't have the right shade. Something along those lines would have been so pretty. Yeah, so I am loving these. So excited. I kind of want to wear them now, but I am trying to save something special for a box of socks. Maybe I will take them out of the box and wear them on our first night all moved into the new house. Just, you know, sit on the couch and enjoy them a little bit. But yes, I absolutely love them. The colorway, it just keeps you guessing because it changes so often. It's just great. It's absolutely great. I did Fish Lips Kiss on both of them, and I knit them on a US 1, and it's just, they're wonderful. I did them as long as they are tall, even though it doesn't quite look like it when you see them this way on the blockers, but that's how I did them. Maybe they're a little shorter. But I really enjoyed them. I was knitting them a lot when I was walking around. I knit them all over Easter. The whole second sock I knit on Easter break up in Philly. And yeah. And I always get the question, oh, who are these for? Me. And then they roll their eyes. And I'm like, so? I wear them. I deserve the socks. It takes so long to knit all your handmade things. Like, I deserve it. And I have the first one on the blocker, so I'll hold this up. This is the finished pair for Pat, and they're just so long. Look at those. I still think Molly knit the longest. socks for Robert. But those blue ones that I knit, the Blue Lagoon, that was the longest pair I had knit for sure. That like capped this. It was insanely long, and that was hand knit. But yeah, so I must have enjoyed it enough to be able to do that. I hope these fit him. I had to decrease quite a lot because my knitting numbers had changed by the time I had hit back on them. They were both down here when Gabby came for, it was in April, right? Did I see her this earlier? A couple weeks ago, maybe? It feels like forever already. It's unfair. But yeah, so I have both socks done now. I'm so excited. They haven't been blocked, but they'll probably be blocked by him wearing them. I think I'm going to pack these up and put them aside for either like a move-in gift, so I'll have a pair of socks and he'll have a pair of socks, or just after move-in. June 8th is our 7-year anniversary together, so we picked out a paint by numbers kit because I am an art major at heart, so I like the drawing things. I like painting things enough. I like drawing more than painting, but there's a certain style of painting that I was just never, it wasn't my style, and I loved it. I just never could figure out how. So Pat is not an artist. He's the stick person in our, drawing community, and he's really good at scribbling things out, and I love him, but he was thinking, oh, I can do that. So we decided to get a paint by numbers painting that will go with the rest of the paintings that we have in our collection of umbrellas. I don't know where the umbrella thing came from, but we just started collecting this. I guess we like the look of it. So we're going to do a paint by numbers together. That way I get to better examine how this technique is applied, and he can follow instructions and be happy with the product. So it's very exciting. We have done the paint nights before, but I think this will produce something even better, and he'll be much happier with it. So I might save these for that anniversary, 7 years. I know it's a drop in the bucket for so many of you going on 15 and 20 and 40. My parents are 40 years. So drop in the bucket, but we're happy nonetheless. So that is all the finished objects. Oh, I did knit a bird of happiness out of the So Much to Celebrate colorway, and I gifted it to my sister-in-law Kimmy, who is pregnant with her first. Everybody's taking, guesses at boy or girl. I think boy. Pat says girl. So, and we were both like, yeah, no, we're right. So it's going to be really exciting for the whole family. It is the first grandbaby in the siblings. There's 4 of them. So first grandbaby, it's very exciting. But yeah, so, there's my babe. Okay, so now I've got some stash and I've got projects. So let's go with projects first. Moving right into whips. I had been wanting to cast this on for a while, the Sugar Plum colorway from Nomadic Yarns. And it was a Christmas color. And I'd had it sitting, on my to-do list for Christmas, and then I didn't get to do it then. And then I had it sitting on my desk here, and I'm like, I'm going to do it. And then I cast on something else instead. So I finally did, and I went up to 25 stitches on either side, and I swear it could have fit some man bigger than Pat. It was so wide. And I'm using a US 1. Now it's an 80-20 base, so it's a bit thick. Here's the thing. I don't think it should have been that big, but it was. So I ripped it back. I had almost this much done and was like, it's huge. So I ripped it all the way back down to the fuchsia here of the toe, and I only had 21 stitches on either side. And you can see, it's still got a really good amount of stretch. I slipped them on. I have tiny feet. And it's gonna fit just fine. So I am using my little chocolate frog from Simply Serving on my Sugar Plum socks, and I think I'm going up to 22 on either side now, and then I will probably work my way up to 23 on either side before the heel, and then we'll go up and have 23 on either side for the leg. I think this is what happened when I was knitting all these other socks. I don't know if you remember all these other socks that don't fit. And it's because it didn't have enough stitches on the part for the ankle. I'm just going to do this now. I didn't have enough stitches for the ankle. So, yeah, I just feel like a Lego character. Yeah, I didn't have enough stitches. So I'm trying not to make the same mistake, because what fits my toe does not fit my ankle, which is why we increase. I'm following along. Look at me. Look at me learn. So many years in, I want to say 2013? No, later. 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm probably on my 4th year of learning socks. I'm pretty sure we were engaged, and that January I was learning socks, if not a little before. So I'm going to say about 2015 I started, if not a little earlier. But yeah, so I am working finally on it, and it was not bringing me joy because it was not looking right, but now that it's back on track, I think I'm going to fly through. I did get very distracted and do some other things too. This was only like 4 or 5 days, maybe like Friday to Monday. Yeah, Friday to Monday. I finished it Monday and was wearing it when Pat came home Monday night. But again, the only qualm is my arms are freezing. And I could pick back up and just rip out the ribbing and knit down, and to make it more wearable, I might have to. If I gift it, I probably wouldn't. I don't know what to do. It's just, I do love the combination. I have plenty of all of this yarn, and I could obviously dye up more Bellatrix so that I have the whole sweater. I might do that. Or just do a different one in fingering weight with longer sleeves, because I really liked the pattern. I did. I liked the pattern. It was fun. It was fun to do. It was fun to like switch up things so often. But it was just that end bit. I got so lost. It was no fun there. But yes, so moving right along, you will recognize this yarn. It's the Wool & Boon Sea Monster. I received this as an anniversary gift from Pat in October, and I had been trying to decide what to do with it since then. I knew I wanted it to be a summer top because it's very summery. I think it's going to be very pretty, and it fits just like so. So you have kind of like a boat neck. It just goes under there and fits here, and then goes down, 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 down. It just looks a little ridiculous over the sweater, but it's garter stitch at the top and stockinette in the round in the body. And I tried to do little I-cords on the sleeves there. It was an experiment. I can't say that I like it yet until I block it. Then I will be able to tell you better. Yes, so I have, and again, I've been doing this trick where I put on as many markers as I need increases, and then I just clip one off of the first one gets all of the markers in a row, and then you just clip one off each time and put it in so that when you're down to no more markers on one of them, you know you've done all the increases you need. I thought about not podcasting today, but I really had so much to share, and I didn't want to not be with you guys. So yes, it's coming right along. I am almost down to the bottom 3 inches where I will be doing some lace work, and I actually might include more than one lace pattern in this so that you have options. I love options. So that you have options of how you want it to look. But yes, I also thought about an applied border. So you would finish it and then do the last like 2 inches Oh, I'm sorry. I keep yawning. That's why I look like I'm crying. My eyes tear when I yawn. Because they do. But it's coming along really well. I'm really, really going to enjoy the color for summer. Okay, so moving right along into very exciting. I have a fall yoke coming out. So I have the Hogwarts History right now with all of the, like, your storyline charts. Then I am going to have a planned out from top to bottom, and possibly 2 different variations. 3 if I can do it. And it's going to have the all the charts straight down for you, and I have started on testing that right now. Very excited about it. I'm hoping to, it reminds me of like a fall collection. So I'm thinking it'll come out in the same range in between Halloween and Christmas. That's the word. In between Halloween and winter time, this one will come out. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm using some of my colors and some of not my colors because I don't mind mixing dyers, bases, etc. So the colors that I'm using, this is a brand new one that I am hoping to put up into the shop soon. I need to replicate what I did. I dyed up 2 skeins so that I would have enough for a sweater with 463 yards per ball. So this is the color. It's kind of like a teal, and this is a puppy. It's a peel. A peel? No. It's a puppy and a teal. She's crossed because I have an acquisition that I haven't shown you yet, and she really wants it because she thinks it's for her, but it's not. It's not. But yes, so I have dyed this one up, and it is accurately like that. So I am in between Thestrals. I'm in between the Department of Mysteries, the Prophecy, and Basilisk Venom. So I'm in between 4 now. I only had 2 originally, but I'm thinking the Department of Mysteries, kind of, yeah. Anyway, so I'm working through that, and then I picked up my Black Lake from my last sweater, and I have it here. So it's just a dark with blues, greens in there. And I use this on my words. Hogwarts History, my blue version. So this is the yoke, this is the body. It isn't written as a 3 color, but I have just been enjoying doing 3 colors, and sometimes 4 when I add in a splash of white, which is what I did on the past 2. And then the Halloween one, I did all different colors, which was really, really fun. And you can do it with like minis. So the Halloween one, you can use up minis like this much to do the lights, to do the web you could do. So this one is Fairy Tale Knits, the Hippogriff base, and I can't remember the color, but I bought it at Knit Locally, which is one of my local yarn stores. It's about 24 minutes away or so, and I've just really enjoyed the community that I have met there. So I'm kind of taking it to heart as my local yarn store. Technically my closest would be the Knot House, I think. But I also really enjoyed Second Story Knits down in Bethesda. Depends if I'm going to the dentist, which is down there. So anyway, this is the bright Fairy Tale Knits color. And I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name of the color right now. I don't have the label with me, and I'm not going to go hunt it. I'm sorry. And it's in my bag that I got on a D-stash from Vegan Jelly. And it's the Slytherin bag. I'm not a Slytherin, but this I felt was a very, like, Slytherin colored sweater, right? So I thought it would be great. Plus, The Slytherin bag is perfect for sweaters. It's super, super big. It's great English, Meg. It's really big, and it's got all those great colors in there, and it's got a good handle on here. This is a Chicken Boots. I believe she's closing her shop. Somebody was telling me that as I was chatting with them at midnight the other night. I'm gonna put this sweater away, so I'm starting to get sweater tangled, and that's something I can handle the balls in one sweater getting tangled with itself. I cannot handle two sweaters trying to tango. That's just too much. I am working that top. I'm calling it the Seasides right now, out of my Prophecies. Ooh, that would be a good name for the thing. Prophecies. Instead of just prophecy. Stitching Plaza, who is Georgianne, my wonderful friend who has been just amazing. Also, Georgianne, if you're watching this and you happen to come across some Hufflepuff fabric, I will buy a bandana off you for Gypsy, because she's a Hufflepuff, and I really want to get her one. Yeah. Anyway, no pressure. Just if you, like, have scraps, and I mean scraps, like, it does not need to be anything. Yep, Stitching Plaza, Georgianne, my wonderful friend. I'm sending you this hug. Do you feel it? I hope so. But yes, so this is it's just a really gorgeous pattern. It is bigger than most of the bags that I had either bought or been gifted from Georgianne, so I love using this for my sweater. You can see I've still got, like, if I folded it, like, that much room at the top. Just fantastic. Oh, my desk looks so pretty with all my bags on it. Just saying. Anyway, shall I show you the sweater? I also used a little bit of this brownish gold thing, and I mean a little bit, maybe 3 grams. So now I've got this whole thing. I'm thinking maybe a hat to go with my Gryffindor coat. I think it would just look I think I could wear it. So this is like goldish, yeah. Are you ready? Have you built up the suspense enough? I'm like stupid excited. I can't even. Okay. Boop. All right. Let me get closer. Does anyone recognize the characters that these are? They're just, it's amazing. I'm so happy. I was following to pattern, my own pattern, and then I added an extra row in here, thinking that I needed the sprouts to be taller. I don't love it. It's fine, I'm not ripping it out, but I should have just followed the pattern, trusted myself that I had written it the way that I colored it the way that I wanted it to. I shouldn't have tried to change it. So if you like how these looks, add an extra row in the line of sprout. If you don't like how these look, follow it to pattern. But that's my little mandrakes. They're so cute. Oh my word, I love them. I love them so much. And I actually did just a couple of the short rows, like the tiniest bit of short rows. So if I have, okay, so I added 4 rows in the back. Not a lot, but it definitely does designate, as I've proven here. It designates what's the back and what's the front, and I've never done short rows before, so I just threw in the armholes where the color work looked best in the front. If I had messed up things, I put them in the back, and it didn't matter because my patterns were reversible. But I didn't realize that on this, so you can see I'm an idiot. For here, I will be putting one of my gorgeous tags. Where'd she go? So I've got my tags from Barbara, who's knitting I love, and she's just the sweetest, and I think brown. Yeah, I think brown for this one. So I'm gonna just put this aside for now and show you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna take this tag, and I'm gonna just boop it right in there. Got a little 2019 And I'm going to put it in the center of the back so that when I separate for the sleeves, I am very clear on where the back is and I don't decide to change it last second. I love the brown and gray tags the most, I would say. The pink are really fun. I'm going to put that in my Halloween one. But the brown and gray, they've got such a great look to them. Barbara, I sent someone your way recently. They asked where I gotten these tags and I told them you, and I gave them your website and they said that they bought them. So I hope that you enjoyed that little sale because I was very happy. But yes, so this is the 2019 Knitworthy type of thing. And I'm going to sew this. I'm going to sew this in. I am a very, there it is, amateur seamstress. There it is. And I don't know much about much, but I can sew a button on. I can do that. But yeah, so the mandrakes were, ooh, golly, modeled after this little guy. He was in the Herbology kit by Simply Serving. I think she marketed them as roots, which would be accurate, and that you could get some of them in her shop. A couple of weeks ago I saw that they were there, but like little babies. So excited. So this is clearly the top of the sweater. The first bit is these little roots. I just think they're amazing. I'm so excited. I am also going to be covering Rita Skeeter in this, so that's next up. That's the tips of what you're seeing. I thought, you know, it's so funny when I make these patterns and I print them out, they're full page, you know, so I think they're bigger than they are, and then I knit them up and I'm like, oh, like these mandrake roots didn't turn out as big as I thought they were gonna be. So it's just really funny to watch it happen from my head to my sketches to the charts to the ideas. I'm sorry if everything's a little bit choppy. I do keep cutting out. So yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm gonna work on this today, for sure. But the little roots remind me of the fall, like, I don't know why. Could be spring too, like gardening, honestly. But they're just so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't even. I can't. I'm so excited. But yes. So yes, moving right along, I am holding a knit-along. Nobody cares about bathing the dog, Meg. A couple of colors in here.